What's up, strangers? It's your boy, something name I forgot. But anyway, in today's video, basically I was just looking back and I remembered how I basically did a review for many of the ideas that I've seen people do or just think of. And basically we're going to be doing that again because there's a lot more newer stuff and a lot more newer, I guess, kind of creative ideas they want to probably put in this game. And some of these do have some nice, what's it called? Suggestions. So we're just gonna check that out and basically see if we really want this in the game or if it's not, and really see how this will change the game. But anyways, let's just start off with the first one. Okay, so this dude, for some reason, or not really any reason, says make the crawler an AI zombie and make it spawn in groups of 4. And 7 people say yes, or 2 people say no. And in my opinion, I would say kind of, because yes, the crawler does need a buff, but at the same time, there isn't really any AI zombies or anything like that apart from the fact of the Yeti events and the chiller AIs, and that was practically it. So making the crawler an AI zombie sounds like a good thing, but the only thing bad about that is the fact that these crawlers may not even do anything. They could be just stuck in a wall or something. But if you were to make the programming of them really nice, where they actually do follow like where the structures are and find the survivors with ease and attack them, then yeah, it'd actually be nice. But we don't necessarily know if these AI crawlers will do anything apart from the fact of damage, or if they have like super aimbot when they're like just following you all around. You can't actually get away from them. Then that's gonna be a hassle to deal with. But also the fact that I don't really know if this will actually do anything really. I mean, spawning them in a group of 4 is kind of nice, but at the same time you can just kill them with ease, so there's that. But I'm also not too sure if this will actually like help the zombie team in any way apart from the fact of distracting the humans. But I would say maybe this is actually a decent idea. It's just the fact that that may not do much, but at least it's like, you know, kind of a little bit of a buff for the zombie side. I would say 7.5 ish, pretty decently good idea. So yeah, I would say pretty nice. Okay, so now, oh, for fuck's sake, engineer sent you gun from TF2. No. Okay, now we have add back aimbot for juggernauts. And a long time ago, which I'm pretty sure literally 90% of players actually know, the Juggernaut's rock through ability allowed it to aimbot to the nearest survivor and it would hit them on the spot. But at the same time, you can actually dodge it by just correctly jumping at the same time or correctly moving away, but mostly just moving away and jumping at the same exact time. It actually throws it to actually dodge it. But now, basically, you need to actually pick up the rock and actually aim where you want to actually throw it to actually hit the survivor. And if you do it, it does like 40 damage and adds a stun. Apart from the fact of Juggernaut armor, which it does 40 damage and not the stun. But I would say that probably for people who kind of struggle with this mechanic, the aiming mechanic, I think like mobile players do it. I'm not too sure. But I think if they do struggle with it, then probably add some sort of aimbot for them, because like kind of I don't know if they actually have problems with it, but if they do, then this would actually help them a lot. But at the same time, it would still make it really powerful. But at the same time, PC and console players are really good at throwing the rocks, so maybe make it a little bit easier for mobile people and just add that for them. But I feel like it wouldn't really do much, or it would basically be the same super OP tank or juggernaut for for PC and console players. So I feel like for mobile players, it really should be like a kind of an aimbot-ish, but probably, yeah, I think maybe an aimbot-ish for mobile players if they do have a hard time aiming. If they do, then add it in. But if they don't really, then possibly. If they don't, then just don't add it. But I would say not really for any other platforms, but for mobile, yeah, I guess, because they kind of need a little bit more support, especially with the controls they have. So for this, I would say for creativity and I guess goodness in the game, or how it would affect the game, I would give it like a 5, because it would only affect like one half of the game and not like the other 10% or like the other 90% of the game. Okay, so now this guy says, oh god, what is this? Spiked armor suggestion costs 350 coins, extra health is 150, damage resistance is 20, Returns the damage received when attacked. You still receive the damage from the attacker. Okay, yeah. I can see why this is split 7/7. I don't even remember the other votes, but of the other what's it called, suggestions. But all you need to know is that this is probably kind of, oh no, this is actually really OP. It doesn't say anything about what's it called, speed or anything, so you might be going the same speed without any armor, meaning you could just basically be speed armor fast and basically be invincible, because every single damage you receive, the zombies will receive it as well. So for an example, if a banshee claws you, which does like what, 30-ish damage, I think, they'll receive it, which means that you can have as many consumables as you want. You can have a med kit, a soda, a candy cane, and just sit there while they're all killing you, and they can't really do much because they're just getting ripped to shreds. But at the same time, your health will deplete slowly and surely, or probably even fast. But really, you will be unkillable because literally you will be taking damage, but also the fact that the zombies will also be taking that damage, which means, of course, they do have lesser health. That does mean that they will die a lot quicker and faster. And also the fact that they'll probably leave you for the last one. And if you maybe say, well, why don't you just, like, you know, capture them with spit, or like, what's it called, Chiller's ability, or probably even the Hunter or Tangler. But at the same time, the damage they deal to the human, they will also get the damage too. So basically, Spitter will allow just kill the Spitter, which means all the other zombies will still target the deal damage to the human, but they will all still take damage. And also meaning for the Juggernaut as well, every punch he does, which does like what, 20 damage, every punch he does will be damaged right back to him, and that will be super OP, especially for an entire team having that. So in my opinion, I feel like this would be way too broken. How to fix it maybe is probably not make it 100% what's it called, damage what's it called, received, and the zombies will receive it. Probably like a 20 to 30% damage zombies will receive, so it'll actually still do a lot. Probably even like 70 or 60 damage they do to the humans they will receive, not just a complete, because I feel like that's way too powerful, and literally every single person who has that, they can literally just make it to the easy games and basically get literally all the what's called wins very easily. So really, this is way too powerful, and the only way to fix is to make it 70% or to like 80ish or 60ish percent. So they do not the zombies do not receive the full damage, but you know, kind of like half the damage, you know. So it's not too OP. So I would say creativity and goodness in the game, 6-ish. It's pretty good of an idea, but not really that much of what's it called, it would benefit the game really. Okay, so oh god damn it, another century. Okay, let's just deal with this. The type is a utility, range medium, 450 coins, ammo 500, HP 500, damage per bullet is 10, rate of fire 20, can only be placed once a match. Automatically shoots zombies within its range. Doesn't say the range. Okay. Cannot be reloaded. Automatically gets destroyed when the ammo runs out. Doesn't appear in deathmatch. Okay. This is more or less more people saying no. I can see that. This is an incredibly OP thing, because number one, multiple people can have this utility and make it so they can just put it all around like a parking lot, or probably like on top of a building, or all around a building, making it super hard for the zombies to actually kill the humans when all the sentry guns are there and all the humans are shooting, making it so like it's like some sort of military base or something like that, and zombies are unable to kill them. That's the first problem, the amount that will be spawned. The second problem is that it doesn't necessarily say where you can place them. So you can place them in between doorways, what's called on top of ladders, or maybe even just literally blocking off like doorways, so you can not allow zombies to get in while they're still taking damage until they destroy that thing. Plus, every zombie does like what, 10-ish damage, and the Juggernaut only does like 20 with a hit, 40 with the rock, and the Spitter does like 15 like per millisecond with their spit, making it basically super frustrating to try and get into the places. The humans are just waiting it out until the game ends so they can get the free win, and you guys just struggling and dying every single other second, and you just trying to get in. So that's the first problem. It doesn't say where you can place it. Secondly, Apart from that, the the most what's it called, the way you can actually use this is also really powerful because number one, you can still get the medkit station, get all the stuff within it, and also have the sentry gun. So you can use this to your advantage by basically using this sentry gun in like what's it called, an area where you're just like healing or just shooting it out as like a last stand, or possibly even just having this thing infinite range, or not really that much of a big range, but since the rate of fire is 0.20, it shoots like every like kind of other second, but not really, like really fast, like, but still does 10 damage, meaning you guys can just laser every single zombie whenever they come up. Plus this sentry gun can what's it called, also notify you what zombie is nearby, especially Francisco, Tangler, and Hunter, the ones that are sneaking up on you. So there's that. That's the third option, the notification. The second one was the places you can place it in. The first one was how many people can use it for their advantages. Pretty neat idea, but at the same time, it is super hard to program into the game, I'm pretty sure. And it will just cause so many bugs, glitches, especially how it dies, how it kills zombies, what it does, where you place it, and everything else. So I feel like the how it would affect the game is super negative, especially for the zombies, and basically super beneficial for the humans again, like the E and R beneficial. So I would say that this is probably like a 3 or 4 because it is super, like, you know, a common like kind of what's it called, a thought, but a super beneficial for humans and super negative thing for the zombies, really. Okay, for the last one is change the name to our defender. That bad thing, it costs 100,000. Yes, we need this. 14 people say up, and okay, yes, and I say it too. We need names for defenders because I mean, what kind of names would just defender be? I mean, wouldn't you want to call it the funniest name or the depressing name or just a regular name? I mean, I want to call it Cheerios. I mean, that's like the only name I want to call it. People could just call it anything. Probably like waste of space. Probably just aimbot a boy or something like that. Or probably even just mini whatever your name is. You know. But at the same time, 100,000 is a little too much. Imagine it for newbies just playing. That'd be super frustrating and torturing them for. And imagine if they just were like little when they chose that name, and then they have to grind at that game to actually change it again. Probably make it so changing the name will just be the first time free, and then the second or third time would be like 10,000 to 20,000 to 30,000. You know, it could continue getting more and more expensive the more you change the name. So I feel like a one-time change is free, and then the other times keep getting more and more expensive until eventually you just settle with one name, you know. So very neat idea. I really want this in the game. I'll give it an 8 out of 10 because it doesn't affect the game at all, apart from the fact of customization, and hopefully this actually does get into a game. And that's basically it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then I don't know, probably like or something like that. And yeah, I'll see you all in 5 years.